What's up guys, CyberHoudini here and welcome back to your daily dose of gaming. We are back. It is the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. This is the day once a year where everybody gets to celebrate Star Wars. It's a lot of fun. I like to play a couple of Star Wars games, anything from Lego Star Wars to some of the lesser known Star Wars games. And it seems like there's some nice news as well surrounding some possible new Star Wars games. So hell yes! Hell yes. I just seen that. Megan, thank you so much for the subscription. How you doing? I hope you're well. It's good to be back. It is good to be back. Hello, Dynamite. Hello. Welcome on in. I appreciate you guys coming in so early. Hope you're all doing well today. We're going to kick things off. We're going to be playing a little bit of Star Wars Bounty Hunter later. Some of the PS4, PS2 games that they brought back, they still have the black bars, and it drives me nuts, but nothing you can really do about it. But yeah, we'll see about that. I always try and work some kind of magic. And yeah, we'll also maybe be doing a little bit of Resident Evil. Does anyone know like which of the DLC are worth doing? Because I'm kind of in the mind of just doing End of Zoe and just be done with it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I got the whole lot. Damn, hello Dexy, and hello Amid. How's it going? I'm doing good. What's new in the world of gaming? Everything is new. We definitely don't rely on nostalgia in the gaming world. Yes. Alright, let's kick things off, shall we? Yes. It looks like a brand new Mandalorian game is coming. Oh, yes! And it seems like it might be done by Xbox. It might be done by an Xbox studio, so whether it'll be like an Xbox exclusive, I don't know. But the rumors are that we may be seeing little Baby Yoda. Of course, EA has had their nasty little hands all over. Baby Yoda, I didn't see that. They've had their hands all over the Star Wars name for far too long. They've fucked up Battlefront. They've fucked up everything. And thank God, finally, we can have more studios making some Star Wars games. Like, if the only good thing to come out of that whole partnership is Jedi Fallen Order, thanks to Respawn, which are probably, EA's best studio right now. So that'll be fun. It's going to take a while. The rumor is that the Coalition are actually making it. We'll see about that. That's the Gears of War developer. But yeah, I know they're working on Gears 6. They're also helping out with Halo Infinite right now, just to kind of polish things together. When things look like a shit show like Halo Infinite did, you got to get every single team working on it to make it look better. So yeah, but they're busy. So we'll see about that. I'd be happy enough with that. I think the Coalition definitely knows how to do shooters. But yeah, we know that there's a lot more coming as well. We've got one from, I think, Massive Entertainment, who made the Division games as well. I wish Star Wars 1313 was still around, because that was actually supposed to be centered around Boba Fett. It's just we saw it as this kind of Uncharted clone, but I think it was like Boba out of his suit, which is pretty cool. Yeah, new schedule starting. No, I've been gone for 2 weeks. That's what's been going on. So yeah, I'm just trying to get settled back into it. My original schedule is 8 anyway, so it's all good. I leave it pretty lack, I leave it where I can just start wherever, because if you set yourself to a schedule too much, you just end up creating this unnecessary pressure, and there's no need for that. That's how most streamers burn the fuck out. I see them every day. They're dropping like flies. I go look at these cool kind of games coming out that have, big multiplayer stuff in them. You'd be like, oh, maybe we can get 10 people together. I can't even do that anymore. There's not 10 people I know streaming anymore. There used to be a time where there was like almost 50 of us and would be just religiously, in each other's streams every day, and it just doesn't exist anymore. Life moves on, life moves on. Yeah, so apparently there might be a nice announcement of some Star Wars games coming to Game Pass today. We'll see about that. But it's not really done by LucasArts anymore. I think it's all like Lucasfilms games or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. It's all Disney now. They're marketing the shite out of Baby Yoda. I mean, I wonder, do little Muppets like Baby Yoda still have child labor laws? Because back in the day, if you had like a kid in the show or whatever, they used to pick a lot of twins, because kids are only allowed to work so many hours a day, which is important. So they just switch over the twin. That's why you had like Mary Kate and Ashley and those other two guys, Zach and Cody or whatever they're called. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny like that. Hell yeah. So I want more Star Wars games, I know a lot of us are waiting on that new Lego Star Wars as well, which is supposed to have like 9 games all together, open world. We'll see about that. I mean, it is a Lego game. But yeah, I know that the last couple of games that EA have done, Battlefront 2 took about 3 years to fix, and then we had Squadrons, which kind of was obviously made for VR, kind of just farted out, which is unfortunate because they look great. That's the problem. They're all flash, but no substance. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, it would actually make sense if Xbox had their own little Star Wars games, because I think each of the studios are now going to start doing that. Maybe PlayStation will have their own as well, because now that they're up for grabs, it just comes down to who gets there first, right? You could have multiple games set in the same universe. I missed you guys. Oh, I missed you too. I hope you're well. I hope everything's okay. I hope you're good. Same goes for everybody. Yeah, no, it's always hard when you stream daily. You're like, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? We have spoken less than 24 hours ago, but how are you doing today? Okay, on to the next piece of news. Disney just announced, they're always trying to do this and they can't quite get it right, but they've announced a new retractable lightsaber. We've had these kind of things, the real cheap plastic ones that light up, and a lot of people, especially the big streamers and that, have been buying up these really cool lightsabers. They cost, you know, upwards of $1,000, and they're broken in a couple of days. Some of them like have, you know, gas bulbs and stuff in them, so they're really cool. Really cool. But you know, with things going on with Galaxy's Edge, I believe it's called, that you can go in there and make your own lightsaber, but I think it costs a lot as well. I think it costs like $300 to make your own lightsaber, but it's still pretty cool. You can pick out your own little kyber crystal and all that. It's awesome. I like that they used an actress. She kind of does look like the actress who played Rey, Daisy Ridley, but it's not her. But it's pretty close. I'll give them that. But I don't think it's quite the person you want to be putting into the forefront. Anyway, I don't think Rey went down too well with the diehard fans. I mean, there's a lot of kids growing up who did cosplay as Rey and all that, but you know, these are new Star Wars fans who, you know, don't really like. A lot of kids love the Phantom Menace and all that. So, you know, you're not going to base quality on what kids like or don't like, because at the end of the day, we, you know, even growing up, we watched a lot of stupid shit and we loved it. But it was the best stupid shit. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I think Rey's arc was pretty crappy overall, if you think about it. You know, she's by the second movie, she was trying to emulate Luke so much, and it just fell flat. Fell so fucking flat. Even just her change of wardrobe was reminiscent of Luke, and he earned that kind of stuff, you know. So it sucks, but it is what it is. I don't know that what they're gonna do now. I think didn't Disneyland just reopen recently? It was videos of people walking around the park crying and stuff, which seemed a bit of an over exaggeration. Is my camera bigger? God damn it! I can't get it right. I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to leave it like this. Hello, Cyber. How's it going, Bernie? Hello. How are you doing today, dude? What's everybody playing today? Some more Ni no Kuni 2, Amid? I don't know if we'll ever get a Ni no Kuni 3, but I'll keep an eye out in games like that, or Level 5. How I first got into Level 5 was Dragon Quest 8. I still think that's one of the best JRPGs of all time. Up there with like Final Fantasy 6 and 7, and Lost Odyssey and Chrono Trigger. Hell yes. It's hard to, like, JRPGs there's a lot of them, so it's hard to narrow it down. But it looks pretty cool. Like, it still says it's retractable. So yeah, I honestly don't know how they're doing it so well. Let's see, there was a nice cute little trailer for Biomutant made the Furth, the Furth. I can't even say it, but it's because all the little characters in it are all like made of fur. So I thought that was pretty cute of them to do that, especially with the game upcoming. You know, you gotta kind of get any kind of traction you can. You know, I've been a huge fan of Biomutant, and I'm desperately waiting for this game. So you can tell you can make your own little buddy in it. Looks like he's got a little pet behind him as well. It might not be a lightsaber, but still. It's a toilet brush. It's so cute. Get him! That's one dirty toilet brush, good God. Every generation needs a hero. That's just taking the piss. Oh. Fuck him up! I'ma come at you like a spider monkey. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. Aww. Kinda weird. Damn, that's beautiful. Sick. It's like a hovercraft bike. I love it.
Ya Yumawa. Kaboba Farhi.
Oh, that's awesome. Well done. Well done. I saved the big gaming sessions for the weekends. Lovely, lovely, yeah. Little Hearthstone and post-work chill. I love it. Nice, nice, nice. That's the way to do it. It's nice to have games that you can kind of jump into for an hour and not have to spend too much time. That's why some of those roguelike games are fun like that. Dwarven Wolf, thank you for the host. I appreciate that. There you go, Streamlabs. I talked about this yesterday, but Jesus Christ, Eurogamer, need to get a fucking dark mode. I swear to God, I gotta step back. But Epic are currently going through a big old lawsuit with Apple right now, and it's airing a whole lot of dirty laundry, and a lot of stuff is getting leaked as well, so there may be separate lawsuits after this, and one of them seems to be a lot of the skins that they're possibly doing for Fortnite. Now, why I bring this up is one of them maybe for Samus from Metroid, which is really cool, because I know, you know, you don't just go out your ways to do that unless there's a possibility of something coming, and we've all been waiting for a Metroid Prime 4, or even a Metroid Prime trilogy, that will hopefully come down the line. There's also talks of, like, Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga stuff, but yeah, it's kind of cool to see this kind of stuff popping up. It sucks that Epic are giving away all their dirty secrets. One of the sad parts about it is it's showing off Sony's anti-consumer behavior and practices that's going on right now, and one of them being that they have they've been charging Epic to do crossplay. So we've known for a while we want crossplay and Fall Guys and all these great games, but we know that Sony does seem to be that one little block that's stopping everything, and we don't know why. And at first you go, oh, it's just because they want to keep, you know, their platform safe or whatever. That's a lot of bollocks. But it seems to be now it's all got to do with money, of course. So out of all the platform holders, it's only been Sony who are actually charging them to, like, put their games and make them crossplay. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I saw one little article that was showing off some of the documents. I don't want to leak the documents or anything, but it was showing off that it was possible of like 60% of the revenue for any of the crossplay going to Sony, which is mad. Yeah, Rocket League, Minecraft, you know, Fall Guys, they're having horrible trouble with that as well. That's why I think they allowed themselves to be bought by Epic as well. It was just easier that way. But yeah, there's some of the... I don't really want to leak any of the documents just in case. That stuff can come back to bite you in the ass. Because just because these websites are doing it does not mean that it's public knowledge. Or if it is public knowledge, does not necessarily mean that you can put it everywhere. Even IGN is a dark mode or a dark team. Come on, Eurogamer, you're blinding the shit out of me. Yeah, so this is still going on as we speak, and we've yet to hear anything about, you know, Xbox and Nintendo, but that's going to happen shortly enough as well. Epic having their what would you say, their toes dipped in every console market. Hello, Fire Lily, how's it going? That means that basically we're gonna hear more and more about what Epic have been getting up to. Yeah, I think so far they've talked about the xCloud as well, how, you know, Epic don't want anything got to do with Microsoft's xCloud because they're working on their own little version. But some of this has revealed that, you know, Phil Spencer has said that he's not going to give up. He's going to try and put it on all the platforms. You know, a lot of the stuff we've talked about over the last year or so, it's all been kind of just people spitballing. But, you know, when you see this kind of stuff come out in a court of law, it pretty much, you know, solidifies everything we've been hearing, which is kind of crazy. So he does want to get xCloud on Nintendo, on PlayStation. He does, and that means like the Game Pass as well, which is pretty impressive. It would be a wild thing to happen. I don't see it happening with Sony. It's clear that they must see it as, you know, like we know for a fact that it's just something that's kind of gone along with the territory. But a lot of Japanese companies like to stay within, you know, Japan and keep things Japanese and that, you know, it's kind of a sense of pride in that. It's silly in this kind of future. It's very backwards thinking, but it's clear that Sony are still holding on to that, and they want to keep everything very much on PlayStation. Now, only recently have they started to put some of their PlayStation games on PC, so maybe they are starting to slowly relax, but I'd never see a day where we get the Game Pass on PlayStation. Nintendo, definitely. I'd say maybe even before the year is out. There's been rumors going around a lot about the Game Pass going on Nintendo. And I assumed the way it would work is that Nintendo would get a cut of those games that were sold, or a cut of Game Pass, whatever, you know, that kind of way. That'd be the only way of doing it, really, you know. I don't think they'd get a cut of Game Pass subscriptions. That'd be like a bridge too far, unless maybe they could set it up like a revenue share where I don't know, where like maybe if you bought the Game Pass on the Switch, or bought a game on the Game Pass on the Switch, that would be the revenue cut. It'd be almost like how you do an affiliate link, you know, say with like Amazon or any other game, you know, that kind of way. That's the only way I can see it working. But I tell you, it sounds like absolute nightmare for paperwork and that, you know. Jesus! Drop in and say hi. Okay, no worries. Taikyo. Yeah, Fall Guys 2 wins so far. Have you been playing the what's it called? The Thin Ice one? The Thin Ice game? That's where I get all my crowns. So easy. 3 games of Thin Ice, and it's a free crown, baby. I think I got like 7 on that. Hell yes. So yeah, it's interesting times for sure. Let's see. This was another thing that also got leaked from the Epic stuff, is that Walmart, believe it or not, Walmart have been looking into doing their own cloud gaming service. Like, Jesus Christ, what in the hell? But yeah, there we go. They've been wanting to do this for a while, apparently. Just cut out the middleman completely. Now, we know that Google are having serious issues with Stadia right now. You know, just it kind of comes with the territory. They're bleeding talent and that. But I mean, once you kind of shut down those studios, of course, the developers are going to move away. They're not going to want to just work on acquisitions and that. It's not, you know, just acquiring games for your service. It's not a very fulfilling thing to do, you know. It's just a lot of signing contracts. But yeah, it's crazy what's going on right now. And Epic have also said that, I talked about that yesterday, they managed to make $9 billion in 2 years from Fortnite. Apparently they spent over like 200 million securing just Borderlands 3 alone, but made that back in 2 weeks. Like, Jesus Christ. This is some serious dirty laundry. It's stuff you almost don't want to know, because it's just zeros upon zeros upon zeros. It's beyond money. I mean, I actually think that Fortnite, with that kind of money they're talking about, I think Fortnite must be $1 trillion game right now. Honest to God, like there's no way of proving it, but it's gone to that point. If you can make $9 billion in 2 years, and that was just the start of the phenomenon, you know. Good God, I don't think like the following 2 years they probably made double or triple that. Jesus, but yeah, Walmart wanting to do this. Good Lord. We'll see if this still happens. This is where I'm saying, like, you might see this turn into a lawsuit, because this was not announced yet. This was planned to be announced. And, you know, Walmart is a pretty big giant, and I could see them definitely going to sue Epic over that. We'll see. Alright, on to the next little piece of news. We've all been wondering what Ed Boon and NetherRealms are up to next. I mean, people they want like Injustice 3. We know that the Mortal Kombat movies just came out there, and it's doing very well. Like, a lot of people are saying it's super fun. I haven't seen it yet. Like, you know, you don't expect some kind of Oscar-worthy thing, but as long as it's fun, that's all that matters. You know, so people maybe were thinking maybe a tie-in game, or even just DLC for that. We know we've had a little bit of DLC with the Joker and that added to Mortal Kombat, which seemed kind of out of place for me because of, you know, their connection to them making Injustice. It felt like you were bleeding both games together when it wasn't needed. So now the rumor is that they're possibly making a Marvel fighting game. Now, we know we've had the Marvel vs. Capcom games. They've been fucking amazing. I grew up playing those. Hell yes. But this seems to be just straight up Marvel. So we'll see where that goes. I mean, there's definitely money to be made. Marvel Avengers from Crystal Dynamics, didn't do too well, but they're not letting go of it, so there must be money being made there. They're now thinking of bringing out the MCU skins, which should have been there from the start. It seems so weird. But well, there you go. Marvel just announced a lot of their Phase 4 plans. I believe it's Phase 4. It's hard to keep up now. But they're doing like a Marvel movie where you've got like Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. I think it's called The Marvels. But it's really cool. I think they showed off what Miss Marvel's going to look like. She looks awesome. Will that be like technically... I don't know. Who knows? And then they showed off the Eternals. I think of all the movies, that's the most interesting, but also risky one as well. The Eternals has such a star-studded lineup of actresses and actors that sometimes you can end up... We've seen these kind of movies where they have loads of actors, a lot of them turn into like rom-coms and that, and they just fall flat because you've got a lot of big names trying to get as much screen time as possible, and you end up with a really kind of badly edited together story. But we'll see how the Eternals go. It's definitely interesting for sure. I always like to see when they deal with kind of like gods and that, because we're so used to the average little guy getting bit by a spider or getting this kind of billionaire gadgets and that kind of way. So the everyday man. So sometimes it's kind of cool to see the gods behind everything. They talked about Black Panther 2 as well. It seems like it'll be probably like New Avengers or something like that, or maybe the Eternals. I'm not too sure. But yeah, things are definitely underway for sure. We're going to have a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, I believe. But yeah, he's already working on Guardians of the Galaxy 3 as well. But the Christmas thing is separate. Not really sure what's going on there. But yeah, it could be cool. With everything building up again, it could be cool to get a Marvel fighting game. People just want to relive that whole Civil War for sure. Tony Stark versus Captain America. Have you guys anybody been watching what is it called, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I've been watching that show. I know it just wrapped up recently. What do you guys think of that one? I know WandaVision was very divisive. A lot of people were like, I don't get this, and other people were like, I'm in tears, I'm in fucking tears. So yeah, I don't know about that one. I haven't had Disney Plus myself in a while. I got it to watch Mandalorian, and I watched all the classic movies and didn't have a whole lot for me after that. That's the issue with like news subscription services, where you don't quite have enough to keep you going. But I mean, they are putting out shows pretty fast, so I'm not complaining about that. All right, cool. So yeah, it's kind of hard to get away from the Epic news right now. The Epic Games news, it's everywhere. Every few minutes there's something else that's leaked, which is wild. So recently we've had the Resident Evil Village demo go on Steam, and of course with that happening, the modding community took over, and once they start going, there's no stopping them. So they've managed to already extend the time limit that was on the demo. The demo was like for 30 minutes, then they put it up to 60 minutes, and they've already found a way to basically cheat that and turn it into just a free-for-all to play the whole game, basically. So it's kind of wild. So we have a lovely list of mods already. Let me just get rid of these ads. Watch this. Boom, and the ads are gone. No, still there, you dirty bastard. There it is. Alright. Nice. So they've already started to mod the crap out of a demo. They've got a third-person mod going, which is kind of cool. I still want them to do this. I think like if they ever do a Resident Evil 8 or forget Resident Evil 9 down the line, I would love for them to pull a Bethesda and give us first-person and third-person. Give us the choice, even if it's something that you have to unlock after the end of the game. They're already talking about randomizers and that, because I love the choice, and I kind of do miss it. But that's where maybe they're being very clever, and they're like, you just buy the RE2 and RE3 remake if you want third person. It's just kind of cool. I've been trying to stay away from any of the newer trailers for, and I have not played the latest demo either, where you could pick the village or the castle and that. I haven't touched that, even though I do have a PS5. I didn't want to do it because it is coming out this Friday. I'm super hyped. There's no need to. At that point, I want my first time kind of playing it to really be the full game, the full experience. So the mods are absolutely fantastic. They managed to turn every enemy into some would say even more scary. Barney, the fucking purple dinosaur. Like, that's more horrifying than any werewolf or, you know, flesh-ridden zombie. No. Good God, that's too many Barneys. I was already scared of one of them. I grew up with that dude, and that was some scary shit. Because every now and then, the dude inside the suit would get a little bit too close to the kids, and it would look like Barney's about to eat this child whole. And yeah, it was awesome. And me growing up watching Power Rangers and Godzilla and that, once you moved over to Barney, you were missing a little bit of the gore. So you're like, go on, just once. You want Barney to me and one of the... No? Okay, no. So, too far? Too far. Alright. God, sometimes I wish I had a beast of a PC so I could play these mods. My God, they put Ricardo in there. Good God. Oh, wow. But let's see, is there any kind of showcase for these? Not really, but that's some so far. I also mentioned how they've managed to just get rid of the time limit and explore the whole of the village. Just really cool. Thomas the Tank, yeah, they're going to bring Thomas the Tank Engine back for sure. Good God. That started with Mr. X, didn't it? What was even better, they had like X Gonna Give It To You playing and that. They even had like X Gonna Give It To You, the like remake, Thomas the Tank Engine remix for it. It's so funny. Which is kind of sad looking back after the passing of DMX. But yeah, Jesus, the modern community are fucking wild. Absolutely wild. Would you try any mods yourself? That new beefy laptop you got, Dynamite, you could easily mess around with that kind of stuff. And modding is, you know, easier than ever thanks to you know, social media and Steam. It's all there. Like, you go into some of the community pages of Steam games and the whole mod kit is right there for you. Boom, you know. And even I've been messing around with some older games, modding them and that. It's been pretty fun. Alright, on to the next little piece of news. We've got a brand new trailer for a new game called Broken Veil. When I first saw this, it made me think of a 3D Little Nightmares. Pretty cool looking. Pretty creepy. A lot gory though. A lot more gory, but the aesthetic at the start makes me think Little Nightmares. It's called Broken Veil. It's got kind of a Russian vibe. So holy shit! I haven't watched all this myself. Yeah, I just glimpsed it, you know, to make sure it was okay. This looks sick! Man, those puppet faces. I don't think this has a release date yet. There's some actual gameplay right there. Man, this is right up my alley. I like how it's got that kind of little bit of modernness. Oh my God. Yeah, see that scene right there? Yeah, this here made me think of Little Nightmares. Damn. Yeah, keep this one on your radar for sure. Might be a cheeky one for this Halloween. Broken Veil is what it's called. Quick, to the point, great little trailer right there. I think I got 7,000 views on it right now. Damn. Alright, next little piece of news. We have Flashback 2 was announced. This is thanks to OJJ. He sent me this link over there. He knows I'm a fan of the original Flashback. This was one of the very first games I ever played was Flashback. Thanks to my older brother. We played it on the Amiga, the Commodore Amiga. And it's really cool for its time. They actually remade it recently. It was an okay job, but it kind of reminds me of Shadow Complex a little bit. But yeah, apparently they're announcing an actual Flashback 2 for next year. The only thing is, we did technically get a sequel to Flashback. It was called Fade to Black, and it was one of the first 3D games. It was like 95. Oh, John, hello. How's it going, dude? Thank you for subscribing, man. How have you been? Let me bring up a trailer for Fade to Black. The closest thing, it's like a third-person GoldenEye. It's really cool for its time. Doesn't hold up too well now, of course. But yeah, it was just called Fade to Black. Like, the connection to Flashback didn't come till later, and everyone kind of put it together. But they eventually renamed it recently to Fade to Black Flashback 2. So we'll see about this. It's pretty cool. I was not... oh, there we go. It says that there was a sequel. Oh, there you go. Well, damn. They're telling me already. Everyone thinks it's a fucking song, but it's not. Something else. Let me pull up a little bit of gameplay for y'all. This is... Someone had... Look at the... Oh, God. There's no grade there. Good God! He looks like he's all Pac-Man'd out. But yeah, he's still got the iconic brown jacket and jeans. I love the original Flashback. It was pretty much like the Running Man, the movie or something. There's this whole game show in the middle of it. Middle of space called Death Tower. It was insane! Look how bad the targeting is and everything. It's cool that someone managed to get it working, though. You can see a lot of, like, screen tearing and all that. But sure, you got it working. That's all that matters. So, yeah. Cool that they're working on this. Maybe the remake did pretty well for them. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, thank you to OJJ for pointing that out for sure. Nice to see what's going on. I really miss Shadow Complex, so if they can get the game closer to that, I don't think they should go full 3D with it. I don't think there's a need for that. Keep it 2D, because when Shadow Complex came out, it was one of those moments where you're like, yep, there's absolutely still an audience for this kind of stuff. Yeah. Yes, there was, yeah, Metallica. Everyone thinks of the song, for sure, John. For sure. Shadow Complex, what? Right! I think that came out, that was one of, like, the first huge breakout indie hits on the Xbox 360, right? I loved it. I loved it. I think it was in connection with, it was either Epic or, it had some connection to Gears of War. It might have been published by Epic. Was that it? Maybe, I can't remember. Yeah. It was developed in conjunction with Epic, but the main developer was Chair Entertainment. What a great name for a developer, Chair. I don't know what happened to those. I think they're owned by Epic. They're probably working on Fortnite right now, poor bastards. Oh no, they've been doing Infinity Blade. Ah, well, good for them. That's like a hugely popular iOS RPG. Good for them. Alright, cool. So you go back and 100% that. Yeah, what have you been playing lately, John? What have you been up to? Are you still playing some Far Cry? I've been going back and trying to platinum out some games that I just recently platinumed Elix last night. But what I had to do was leave it on all night. I had one of those crummy trophies that I was like, play for 80 hours. So it's like, why do this? Why do this, developers? Don't do that. If you've got a trophy and you're thinking you're running out of ideas, don't say play for how many hours, please God. It's the same when it's like beat the game under 3 hours. They can be kind of fun, but I don't know. I don't consider them fun. I've never been that much into speedrun and things. I always feel like you're I know, you leave the game on a bad note. You leave those at the end and you're like, ah. There's OJJ. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for linking this, man. We were just talking about this. We're looking at someone who had somehow managed to bring the old Fade to Black, which was like Flashback 2 back in the day. He managed to get it up and working on like the DOS box. Look at this thing. Good God. But super cool that they're doing that, man. You know, a lot of people probably don't remember Fade to Black. Or, oh, that's cool. Or Flashback. They remade it recently. Well, recently I say that, but it's probably like 5 or 6 years ago now. But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Because this is one of the first games I ever played. I played it back on the Commodore Amiga. It was this. There was another game called Operation Stealth. I'll never forget that as long as I live. It was like a James Bond game. And I remember me and my older brother playing it. And we just got stuck at the airport at the start. You had to go into the bathroom and open up his briefcase, not realizing there was a hidden compartment and all. It was mad back in the day. It was that and the Settlers and great times, great times. Very, very early days of gaming. Not as early as Pong, but still. Some beautiful 90s memories for sure. Hell yeah. Time trials feel like work. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, if you really enjoy the game, hell yeah. But most of the time you leave those with the final playthrough, right? And you'll end up fucking rage quitting or leaving the game on a bad note. Like, I recently went through Bioshock and Platinum that because I didn't have it on PS4. I had it on the 360, then Xbox One. And I played it on Survival difficulty without the Vita chambers, and it was super fucking fun. I feel like it was the way the game was meant to be played. And I Platinumed the bollocks out of it because I just love that game. And it got me prepped for wanting to do Bioshock 2 on stream, because that's another great one as well. But hell yeah. Because the weird thing about that collection is they end up giving it away on PS Plus as well, but it will not let you stream from the console. Super stupid idea from 2K or Sony, whoever it was. It's unfortunate, but because I think the collection is fantastic. I think it's better than the PC version. It's 60. It's beautiful. It has very little like glitches or anything as well, which is good, because I feel like I ran into horrible audio glitches in the PC remastered version. Low flashback. Yeah, you have it on the SNES. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, hell yeah. Let's see what they do with Flashback 2, right? What are you hoping for? Do you want them to keep it 2D? I know that Fade to Black, that's like 94, 95 or something. So that was one of the first proper like 3D games, you know? Over the shoulder 3D. So you can see the character, you know? Hell yeah. Let's see. Yeah. There's not enough content to fill the... Yeah, well, see, that's the thing I made. I had finished Elix pretty much 100%ed it at about 44 hours. So, yeah, the 80-hour thing can kiss my ass. So, but I got it. It actually gave me the trophy at 55 hours. So, when I woke up this morning, it had popped. But I didn't like leaving my console on overnight. Hell no. It's all good. I'm not too into Platinums, but sometimes if you're that close, you're like, I'll just go the rest of the way. It was a pretty good game for $6. Hell yeah. Finishing off Far Cry 4. Nice. I was never a big fan of Far Cry 4, but I'm happy you're enjoying it. I think what happened was I burnt out on the formula. I just wasn't digging the main character and that. That's just me. And Borderlands 3 DLC. How is that? I've been meaning to ask people how it is, because I don't know, it never really lit my pants on fire. I wish it did. But the Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 1 DLC was fucking amazing. I couldn't wait to get into that. DLC is such a funny one for me. I'm 50-50 straight away, because I don't like paying any more for a game than I already paid $60 for, right? So I'm already 50-50. So you gotta really sell it to me. So when you get things like, you know, the Witcher 3's expansions, or, you know, things like that, you're like, damn. Or, you know, how all the Fallouts and you know, Elder Scrolls games really did well. Well, Fallout 4 was a little bit rough, but I still bought the shit out of them. Yeah, keep it how luck with a bit of an update. Nice. Do you think, like, it seems to be a completely different game, though, OJJ? Do you think it'll be anything got to do with Fade to Black? Yeah, Metroidvania. Exactly, yeah. For sure. 250 free play runs. What the hell? On Idle Champions. What is that? Oh my, you poor bastard. Oh my god. Didn't you say you spent like, you had like 400 hours or something into Black Desert Online as well? Damn. Is that one of those cookie pressing games? Yeah. Nothing against Far Cry 4. I think it was one of those games that came out at a weird time as well. It was an in-between game. I don't know. I didn't... See, here's the thing. I did the same with Assassin's Creed. I took a little break. And when 5 came out, I fucking love 5. Even though it was one of those really touchy subject kind of games. You know, guns in America, cults in America. But I don't know why. I I think they just did a great job with the villains and everything. I loved 5. I love 5 so much, I went and played New Dawn, which was... You know, if you can get it for $10, it's a bit of fun. But otherwise, it's like, why did they bother? What they should have done, and I don't know why they still haven't, is like focus on Far Cry Blood Dragon. Like, flesh that game out. Give us a full game. Turn it into a trilogy. I don't care. I just want more. Give it to me. And Primal, yeah, Primal. I don't think I played Primal. Don't know what stopped me. I think I played Horizon Zero Dawn or something. I was like, ah, fuck it, this will be fun. Anyway. I never knew anything about Fade to Black. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, because it was just called Fade to Black. It was only recently they finally changed it and gave the subtitle Flashback 2 Fade to Black. But once you can see how he looks, that's the dude, that's the main character, right? It's pretty cool. Even this version, you should check out this video. It's from this. I'll just scroll down. It's from this guy right here, and yeah, he's got some nice views on it. But whatever way he managed to remaster with all the voices and sounds. And that's so hard to do for those old games, because that stuff gets lost. It's even got some Wilhelm screams in there. Oh! It used to crack me up in old school cannon fodder. Every time you'd kill one of the little soldiers. Oh! But yeah, these games always kind of had the Blade Runner vibe. We've just been talking about a possibility of a new Mandalorian game. I'm going to play a little bit of Star Wars Bounty Hunter in here in a minute. It's super cool. Play as Jango Fett. Back, it's like all 20 odd years old as well. It was a really good little game. I think it has black bars around the edges though. It's unfortunate. Alright, on to the last piece of news for today. We knew it was coming and it seems to be all but confirmed right now. Sunset Overdrive may be getting a sequel and the first game may be coming to PS4. So it looks like, yeah, Sunset Overdrive was just trademarked by Sony recently. We know this has been an Xbox exclusive, but Insomniac Games have retained the IP. It's always been their IP. So when Sony bought them, they also bought Sunset Overdrive. But of course, you have to re-register the trademark because, you know, it might have been possibly, you know, in connection with Xbox back then. So this is interesting. I would love to see it come to PS4. It's a fantastic game. It's beautiful fucking magic, you know. It's like Tony Hawk's and Ratchet and Clank and Jet Set Radio all mashed together. Super fun. I love the DLC as well. And yeah, I'd love to see, you know, a sequel. You know, Insomniac are busy with Spider-Man now and other games, Ratchet and Clank as well, and VR stuff. They're a busy studio. They're, you know, nearly 30 years in the business, and I don't think they've ever truly put out a bad game. I know a lot of people say Fuse was kind of bad, and but I don't know. I fucking love it. I'd love to see it come back. This is good news. This is good news because you never want to see new IP, you know, shrivel up and die on the first game. And Sunset Overdrive, for its first game, really did nail everything. I think the only thing that didn't quite resonate with me was some of the humor, because, you know, they're a kind of West Coast studio, and a lot of the stuff they had in-game was done by, like, some of their team members, so it was a lot of kind of, I don't know, it was a lot of kind of bubblegum kind of humor, but it was fun. There was a guy that would show up on a TV screen and teach you about stuff, and he was kind of funny too. He ended up being like the community manager. Reminds me of what happened with Hellblade, where, you know, they're a small studio, don't have big budgets, so they were looking for, you know, a voice actress, a motion capture actress, and lo and behold, they found it in their own community manager, and she went on to win a BAFTA, which was incredible, you know, and well deserved. And now she's doing her own diaries for Hellblade 2, and she's, you know, she's doing everything, the motion capture, the voice work, and now she's even doing the sword play, you know, so she's had to work out every day. Like, you should go check out her, I must look it up. You should check out her her diaries, because they're really damn cool. And she is working her ass off. I hope she wins another BAFTA, because I can't wait for Hellblade 2. That'll probably be next year. We'll see. We shall see. It's super cool that it's kind of like one of those developer diaries. It's called Senua's Saga instead of Senua's Sacrifice. So they've done the subtitle back to front, which is a little bit different. Probably one of the most impressive looking games, and it's done by Ninja Theory, who, you know, are still a small team. It's fucking impressive stuff. Idle Champions, the clicker game and hard, plus a bunch of RPG. Okay, cool. 400 hours. Friend looked up my playtime on Trove. Oh, nearly puked. 3,200. Wow. What, the PS5 shows you that, does it? Damn. Does it not show you on PS4? That's so weird. Planned on the game at launch when it was at 50 gigs, and now DLC, it's 120 gigs. Wow. Wow. And I thought Ark was bad at 80. God damn. So hopefully we'll, what's this one here now? It's a launch trailer for Windows 10. Yeah, you can get this pretty much on Game Pass and that. Such a fun game. Even when you die, you never feel bad about dying, because they just have the best respawn and fast travel animations. It's always like a really cool movie. Oh god. A really cool movie, you know, nod. Anything from you kind of loading in this interdimensional telephone booth from Bill and Ted to pulling up on the DeLorean, and yeah, it's fucking cool. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Even the DLC for this was super fun as well. As it, most of these kind of games don't deal with water traversal at all. Even like in the GTAs and that, where you know if you're not in a boat, you're fucked. But in this game, it's like, no, we're gonna make you this crazy fucking water gliding superhero. I loved it. You had no, yeah. And the thing about Ark is it updates so much, and PS5 is the same where it needs to do that copying crap. So if you're to update it even for a gig, you need that 80 gigs and another gig. So silly. Yeah, I miss Sunset Overdrive. There is a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio coming out soon. It has an equally impressively crazy name. It's called like Bomb Punk or something like that. Let's see if I can find that. How long have I been going for? Alright. Yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. This looks amazing. Load it up, bitch! Bomb Punk Cyberfunk. This is coming out soon enough, actually, I think. What do you think of that? That's what I'm talking about. How cool is that? Cyberpunk, hell yes. Hello, Laura, how's it going? Any other trailers for this, I wonder? I like a good bit of cell shading. Something about it. Any other trailers? I don't think so. Alright, cool. I think that is everything for today. Lovely! Lovely. Yeah, John, it seems you were very lucky you got through your Cyberpunk playthrough without that many bugs. Well done. Well done. I'm still waiting for the PS5 version. That's when I'll commit all my time to it. And then there'll be no excuses at that point. Yeah, so that's today's daily dose of gaming. We found out a little bit more of Epic's dirty laundry. And Sony not allowing crossplay and paying for crossplay and that. We also found out about a new Mandalorian game coming, hopefully maybe from Coalition, the Gears of War guys. That sounds like the perfect matchup right there, because they know how to do shooters. For sure. Hell yes. Let's see, what else we got over here? Oh yeah, maybe NetherRealms and Ed Boon of Mortal Kombat and Injustice fame, possibly working on a Marvel fighting game, which is really cool. It'll be have to stack up there against Marvel vs. Capcom, but we'll see about that. And all the mods for Resident Evil Village already happening. Love it! And the new trailer for that little horror game, Broken Veil, as well. Cool.